take off the wires and reapply the Cragars. They're filthy. I feel like I should detail them before I put them on, but now is the time that I have to put them on. So this is what we're doing. I haven't really been recording much because I don't know, I had a thing in my mind where I was recording things just for the sake of being present on the internet, trying to make sure that, you know, I didn't disappear. People didn't think I was not doing car things. And then I realized that it doesn't really matter, and that I will just post things that I want to post whenever I want. So if it's not relevant, then I won't post stuff. I don't know, simple enough. Let's see. Tight, loose, loose, tight, loose, tight. It is firmly in June now. Just got back from Lowrider Louisville. That was a good time. Drove the Impala over there. Oh. Every vehicle is in a state of disarray, and I kind of care, kind of don't care. Life just is what it is. I didn't really think about the fact that taking on this van would be like a whole nother car to maintain. And so, depending on what schedule is what for what car show, you know, we got certain things I want to take certain vehicles to for the year. So being that I didn't work on the van or the Impala this winter time like I was supposed to, it's probably going to take a back burner for this summer. It'll still be a driver, but no disc brakes maybe, or maybe, here's an idea, I could work on it this summer while I drive the van. Although I will say, the van needs some stuff too. Needs an exhaust manifold gasket, and you know, some creature comforts put on the inside of it. I've been denting the blacktop in the driveway, so I'm calling myself trying not to do that. I put a pitman arm on both the Impala and the van, and then when I went to go grease them, my grease gun was giving me fits. So I finally ordered some new heads for my grease gun, and so now we're in good shape there. So the problem with these dang old Cragars is that I gotta run these in order to get the inside of the barrel to clear the caliper. And I've done my fair share of grinding on this caliper, and there's room for a little bit more, in my humble opinion. I was not prepared to do that at this moment, even though I really should, but I wanted to do it in the garage. so you can see where when I flat spotted my Cragar, look how close the tolerance is. Hang on. You can see dug right in there. It was a rough bump. So I was thinking that I should clearance it more for better insurance, especially now that I got a better mark to see where it needs to clear. But perhaps I will do that on the new calipers if it needs brakes. I think right now we're just gonna roll with it and see if everything is cool. I'm hoping that the pitman arm, so okay, the real thing that's going on is I've got some death wobble, and yes, it is exacerbated by my brakes. Like you hit the brakes and then a little bit of vibrations in the front end causes the wheel to start doing this. But I think part of that is exacerbated by the fact that, you know, the pitman arm was wobbly. So I also want to get the wheels on and take it for a test drive to make sure that that is remedied. Something's wet down here. Don't like that. Oh, anyway. Now for the sketchy bits. Double stack. Double stack. Sketchy, yes, but I do also have these extended lug shanks that go all the way through everything, and then I torque them to make sure that everything's equal or whatever. Maybe I should grease this front end before I put the wheels on. Check out this guy. It's got clampy bits on it to ensure a secure clamp for inserting grease into your suspension. I was getting very frustrated until I made that purchase, and then once I got that clamp, we were money. So I anticipate this pitman arm taking grease finally, as long as I can get to it. Clamp, yes, clamp, and squeeze, and listen. Yes, yes, yes. Oop, I heard something. There we go. Gave a nice fart. I like the old greasy queefs. Uh-oh. See if I can. Oh well. Arm is idled. I suppose I should grease other things while I'm under here. Ball joints and things. Tie rods. All the things I don't want to replace. There we go. Queefs. Man, I can't reiterate how much I don't recommend doing this. And that's why I have my friend Jim machining this spacer for me here soon. That way this will be one piece, and the hub will also be hub centric. It'll be nice. So anywho's, here we go with the sketchery. And to note, I don't impact these on, I just run the impact in order to get them tight, and then I use the torque wrench, I believe it's called, to bring things up to speed, or up to torque, or up to whatever. I gotta put the center caps on. I'll be back. Try not to be too jealous of my high-tech lighting setup. I want to make sure you guys can see everything. Okay, so the pain that I have with this setup mainly is that since these, nothing is hub centric here, so in order to find center, I'll put this on top. Now mind you, looks sketchy, not that much thread engagement, but with these long boys, I guarantee you they go within an 1/8 inch of the surface. I measured it out and ordered them from the Lug Nut King, so I am confident. And I was running this setup for, I don't know, a couple months. In the worst part of the year, I think these actually got snowed on, if I'm not mistaken. Put her on the lowest torque setting. Wiggle. Come on. Here we go. Nope. There's one. Then you come over to the one across from it. And repeat. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. You got to be patient. Can't wait till this is done and I can have a beverage of inebriation of my choice. Okay. And you got to make sure that the washers are in their home, because they do have a home. There's like these shoulders that the lug nuts fall in. Number 3. And if there's an alignment problem, then I have to loosen up the other 2. It's real fun. Just a little hit. There we go. There's 3. There we go. This is going too smooth. Something screwed up. I already know it. Number 4. Oh yeah, we're gravy. Number 5. Now that those are all in, I'll give us some ugga-uggas. That way it holds the wheel in place so I can put it down. Just light ones. Don't hear no rubbing.
That's good. talking to yourself or you on your phone?
You got the camera on.
Oh.
Hey, that looks nice and even too. Nice. Basically a couple spritz. Of the old bleach white, new formula, not the old stuff. A little water. It's late at night, so I don't really want to get the hose out. But that and a firm brush. There's one spot there. That's dirty. One problem child that I'll probably have to get later on, but I always have a theory that when you get the white walls dirty while there's glue on them, that it's harder to get them clean. I'm still going to go to the car wash after this, but this is just kind of like a preliminary scrub before I go to the car wash, just to kind of make less work while I'm there. These are due for a wax. I usually do a ceramic wax on my Cragars. Kind of keeps the brake dust off of them. That way I can just kind of spray and go during the summertime. Helps out a lot. Starting to think this is soap. I think I had soap in here. Yeah. This is actually degreaser, I think. Which seems like it'd be better. Oh well, that's what I do. Take that information what you will. Pro tip. Whenever you take things from the junkyard, make sure you take the hardware with you. It took me a minute. Sorry for the wind, but I found the hardware for when I took this spare tire rack off of a van at the junkyard. I don't know if this bottom is supposed to be bent like that. We're just gonna assume yes, but we're gonna mount it, put a dang old Cragar on it. Ironically, it's a standard and not a reverse, so it's not even functional per se, but you know, sometimes it's for style points. Not sure how I feel about it. I don't know. It could grow on me.
So in keeping with like street pristine, good handling vibes, we're gonna run a drift world.
I'll have to look at it in the daylight. I did notice that I thought this bin was in here intentionally, but it's not. Apparently somebody backed into something. But so I'll take it off. Thinking about maybe shallowing the mount up. I don't know how much of a pain in the butt that will be, but you know, we're just playing around. This was like, I can't remember, I think I paid 20 or 30 bucks at the junkyard for that spare tire mount. Now I guess I'll go spray it off at the wishy-washy. You might see it, you might not.